Hail, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We've got another awesome G.I. Joe toy review for you today. We're looking at the Rise of Cobra release of the G.I. Joe Pick Commando. Very cool looking figure. This came out in 2009, I believe. Got a lot of cool accessories in it, and yeah, Pick Commando. You can never have too many of these troop builders, so we're going to go ahead and tear into this thing and take a look and get a good review for y'all, so stick with us. So here we have the G.I. Joe Pick Commando from the Rise of Cobra line. Pretty cool packaging here. The traditional Rise of Cobra box art. Very nice little depiction of the character here on the side. All in all, lots of cool accessories it looks like this thing comes with. Flip it over to the back and you can see traditional file card, synopsis of the G.I. Joe universe, and a couple of the other characters from this particular line. So pretty straightforward, pretty traditional stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing and unbox this guy. The Pick Commando actually came in two different variations as far as the packaging goes. I don't know which one we have here, but we have the one that we have anyways. As far as the figure itself goes, I don't think there was any difference in it. I think it was just in how it was actually packaged. But if anybody knows for certain, feel free to drop a comment down below. It does come with the traditional insert here in the bottom, but everything else is just toss it away. So let's look at the insert first. See which one we got on this one. This one is actually not as crumpled up as some of the rest of them we've seen. And it does look like we have Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow in the 12-inch line. Pretty cool. On the back, just some of the traditional stuff that comes with it, so nothing too special there, but it's still cool as a little insert goes. We'll throw that to the side and start looking at the accessories we got here. Well, this one is already popping out, so we'll start with it. It's a traditional gas mask, very cool looking. We've got a cool little black tactical vest here. Looks like we've got some rubber bands holding a few things in, so I'm going to flip this thing over and slice those off real quick. And one holding the shield in. And I think that's all that I see. We have this really cool looking backpack here. Go ahead and pull the shield off too. Nice G.I. Joe symbol on the shield. Let's see here. The Steel Brigade helmet here, which is a nice little touch. We've got a cool boonie hat with this awesome night vision laser scopy thing attached to it. Very nice little touch. I'll pull the figure out itself. It comes with the Riot Gear helmet and the Riot Gear flak vest, I guess you would say. Then we've got a little pistol machine gun thing, another pistol, a grenade launcher looking thing, and a cool assault rifle. and also the figure stand here. So yeah, like I said, a lot of different accessories here on this guy. So very cool looking. And now that I get it out, I think the variation in the figure is how it's displayed. You've got one version that has the flak vest here, riot gear version. And then the other one I think came with the tactical vest on display. So you can kind of watch out for those two different variations. And if you're a completist, you can get both of them if you want. But all the accessories are the same for all of them, so no big deal there. We'll go ahead and zoom in and start taking a look at this a little bit more closely. Let's start off with the figure stand. Comes with the same figure stand as we've seen in all the other movie editions. Got the nice G.I. Joe logo on the back, and the nice little brick kind of motif going on the top, and the code name on the front. So pretty cool stuff. I always do like these dog tag versions of this, but yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty traditional there. So where do we want to start here? Let's I guess go and just move some of this stuff over and start with the backpack. How's that? Very cool looking backpack. A lot of detail work in this thing. It's definitely got a lot of stuff happening here. Kind of hollow here in the center. Regular peg there. But a lot of little packs and pouches and all sorts of cool stuff here. So you can't really strap anything to it, but it's definitely got a lot of stuff going on. So perfect for being out in the bush and going out on adventures and stuff like that. So really cool. Again, a really nice sculpting job on this one. Hopefully the light will catch this for us good enough so you can tell what's going on here. Very cool though. Let's see, let's go to the flak vest next. Again, a lot of really cool looking detail work on this thing. Lots of little pouches going on everywhere. You do have a pistol here on the side. It's non-removable, unfortunately, but it's still there, so it looks really cool. Overall, very nicely done with this thing. You'll see on the side here, there's just the traditional little peg that holds it all together so you can swap it out when you need to. I've always had problems getting these things back on, at least onto the figure itself. Those little pegs are kind of hard to get into the peg holes. They're just made of that real soft plastic, so it's kind of cumbersome to try to get them to snap back in place, but they are removable. You can swap them out however you want to. It's a pretty nice little detail. The riot shield here is kind of a small version of it, but still very cool. Nice G.I. Joe logo on there. Some nice rivet work going on in the front. Place for you to put your weapon through there and fire from. Looking at the back of it, just a traditional handle there. Not much going on the back side, but looks cool from the front anyways. Nice. The assault rifle. I always liked this particular gun. I have no idea what type of actual weapon it's molded after, but it's got a lot of cool detail work in it. It's got 2 mags on it. Nice light on the side, scope on the top. Very cool looking, whatever it is supposed to be. So, you know, any of y'all that are really into these weapons side of it, feel free to drop some comments down below and let us know which actual real world weapon this is molded after. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be interested in that, so yeah, help us out by letting us know what that is. Moving on, we've got this cool little grenade launchery thing, I guess. I don't really know exactly what it is either. Again, I'm not a die-hard weapons fan, so just don't have that information available, so have no idea. It looks cool, whatever it is. A lot of little detail work, but nothing too outstanding on it. Pretty straightforward. pistol. It looks like it's got a silencer on it, but it is a non-removable silencer, unfortunately. Still some nice detail work in this thing. I don't know if the lighting will pick up to show you that or not, but cool looking anyways. And this little Uzi looking gun. If I can catch the lighting or not, I have no idea here, but again, a lot of little detail work that you really kind of have to see in person to get a good appreciation for it. But very cool nonetheless. Helmet wise, let's go with the gas mask first. Pretty cool looking. It's got a filter on one side of it. And lots of nice little detail work in the strapping and everything available. Pretty sweet looking, nice clear eyes. You've got the kind of more traditional Steel Brigade helmet here, this nice glossy black color. Very cool that they include all these little different accessories. It's one thing they've always done real well with is you usually get plenty of accessories in these. So the boonie hat is really cool. It's got the nice digital camo urban, well, this is actually not the digital one, but that kind of sky camo, urban camo color here going on. The nice little pattern for it. It's a slightly different pattern than what's on the rest of the character, but it works nonetheless. And we've got this cool little night vision goggle thing that fits on top of the helmet and actually kind of snaps in place so you don't lose it too easily. Just kind of fits over top of things, and the rim of the hat just catches the back end of your eyepiece, so it kind of holds it in place. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I really like that boonie hat. On the figure, we actually have the riot helmet, so we'll take it off. The visor does move up and down, which is a really nice little touch here. Very cool, and just a traditional helmet underneath there in a nice kind of gunmetal gray. Very cool looking. Actually works a lot better than I was expecting here, but yeah, so there's that riot helmet. And the character itself actually has the riot gear flak vest on right now, so we're going to pop that off. Because, at least in my opinion, that one is a little dull. Don't really like it all that much. Let's see if I can get it off without pulling his head off. Nope. We're going to have to pop his head off to get the riot vest off of there. But the riot vest itself is, again, nicely detailed. Did a real good job with the sculpting work on this thing. Got a little bit of, well, that just flaked away, so never mind. Thought we had a little bit of paint slop there, but it actually just went away. So, pretty cool looking. It does have pegs on both sides of it, as opposed to the single side. You just kind of lock those back in place and you're good to go there, so sweet. Let's move on to the actual figure itself. This has got the traditional, just G.I. Joe Trooper body on it. It is a really nice actual body here, so I think we've seen this with one of the, I guess it was Dusty we saw this with, so it's pretty much the same sculpt here. They did a nice job on it. It works well with this kind of sky urban camo motif that they got going on, so very nice looking figure anyways. Head sculpt works really well, nothing really wrong with it whatsoever. As far as articulation goes, the head does move 360 degrees and has a little bit of up and down motion, not a lot. Traditional ball and swivel at the shoulder joint. Traditional ball and swivel at the elbow joint as well. And we've got just a swivel joint at the hand, it looks like, or at the wrist. No tilt or anything on that. The chest joint is there. You get a nice ab rocker motion going on as well. Lots of full motion in this particular one. He does have this belt here that's just kind of snaps in place. Peg hole there, but it doesn't restrict anything there. Looks nice anyways. We also have a waist joint here underneath that, which is cool, so you can twist at the waist. The hip joint is the traditional T-hook design, so full range of motion on it. Nice job there. Double knee joint, and swivel and rocker at the ankle. Again, some nice detail work on these boots and on the laces. Just works really nice. A little bit of tread on the bottom of his boots, nothing major, but nice anyways. So yeah, all in all, it's a cool looking figure. I do like this design. Again, it came with Dusty, and I've always liked Dusty, so it works really well as a generic trooper. Great job all around from Hasbro on this one. Let's get this guy back into fighting shape. So I'm actually going to put him in the flak vest, tactical vest, if we can get it to work. I don't think we got to pull his head off for this one. Probably would make it easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways, just to make things easy for everybody. Pop the head off. Twist the body into place. Find that little peg hole thing there. And that one actually snapped in really easily, so nice. It usually doesn't work that well. Stick his head back on there. I don't know, which helmet y'all want to use? Let's just try them all here. So here is the gas mask. Fits really nicely, very easily. And we've already seen the riot helmet, but we'll stick it back on there anyways. There we are with the Steel Brigade helmet. And then the boonie hat will go on last. And it actually fits on and stays in place really well. So, and then stick your night vision sight on there. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it with the boonie hat for right now. Grab the backpack. Luckily the peg hole in the back of the tactical vest lines up with the peg hole in his back, so you can slap his backpack on there very easily. Then we'll grab the assault rifle. I like it best. Stick it in there. And we'll give him his tactical shield as well. Right shield. So yeah, that thing looks pretty cool actually. So yeah, there you go. Pretty nice looking Joe. I actually don't see any G.I. Joe insignia on his shirt sleeves or anything, which I'm actually a little surprised about, but no big deal there. All in all, lots of cool accessories. Very cool looking figure itself. It's a great just troop builder figure. If you're looking for troop builders, this is you can't go wrong with this guy. Yeah, pretty awesome actually. The only bad thing about this particular one is the fact that he does have so much gear, and there really isn't any way for him to carry all this gear at one time. And that's really the only downside I see. You can throw his goggles on the back like that, but that's about all you can do to help carry things. But that's a really small issue. So yeah, awesome. That's all the time we've got for this particular review, so thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. All in all, it's a great figure. You should pick it up if you haven't already. And again, there are 2 variations, so pick up whichever one you like best. If you're opening them, it won't matter, but if you collect mint on card, then you'll need to look out for both variations. But other than that, yeah, awesome figure. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop us some comments down below. Let us know what you think about this Pick Commando figure. Till next time, Yo Joe.